All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in to the WTCF podcast. It's Charlie here hanging out, and I wanted to go ahead and cover this week's intention. And maybe this is something that helps you. You did not wake up today to be mediocre. Keep trying. The idea behind it really stems from like a Marcus Aurelius quote that I used to follow a whole lot more. And to basically, no, I have it written down here. So here's the quote from Marcus Aurelius. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into this world to do? Or is this what I was created for, to huddle under the blankets and to stay warm? So the idea is to go ahead and try to make the best of it as soon as you go ahead and wake up in the morning. And I still fall victim of it too. I still hit snooze when I wake up. Actually, I hit snooze twice. The idea is I don't go back to bed, but I give myself a few minutes to kind of just reflect, kind of allow my body to recognize that I'm awake, start to kind of make some other movements within my morning, just to kind of find out, what feels good for the day, and then recognize, okay, what can I start to think about? What can I start to work on? So for us to be able to break free of the rest of this mediocrity, right? For one, we need to go ahead and set high standards for ourselves. We do not have to set high standards for other people. We should just hold ourselves to the standards that we see fit, and then those should be moderately high. Because again, it's setting a standard for yourself for you to go and meet. It's not about sitting in comfort and average, right? To be mediocre, but to have high standards means you're going to set the bar pretty high for yourself to achieve more things within like your day, your life. Embrace a growth mindset. Understand that we're not super geniuses. Understand that it takes a lot of time to learn and progress into new things. So again, thinking back to when we were born and starting to grow up, how many times did we fall down before we actually started to walk? I don't think at any point of that when you're like, oh well, walking's not really for us. I think a fair amount of other individuals are going to look at that and say, no, they kept trying. So the idea is to develop that growth mindset, understand that things are going to be difficult, understand that there's other ways to work through some other difficulties, and sometimes it's just about creating basically a smaller goal to kind of work towards. Act, just start performing it. If you fancy yourself an artist, do more art. If you fancy yourself a reader, do more reading. If you consider yourself a leader, lead more often. Don't sit around and wait. Everyone else is waiting for the right moment to go ahead and get started. The right moment's already happened. So the next best moment is now, right? Just get started, move forward, start to make some progress towards it, recognize where the failure points can come into play. Surround yourself with excellence or people in that field that you're working on. So let's just say you want to be a movie director, you want to direct movies. Who else around you, or what other environments can you find where you are practicing around those other people more? Right? Find yourself surrounded by individuals working for the same thing, because then you can kind of feed off of each other, right? Developing into something more than just mediocrity. And then stay persistent, right? To be disciplined in the work that we need to do. So for the newsletter for the month of May is surrounded around discipline. So every year it comes back around to the same ideas. So now it's really about finding the right discipline and staying persistent and continuing to push yourself forward. And recognize that week to week is going to be a little bit different. And sometimes it's going to be really, really difficult to achieve some of these things. But there's no reason to go ahead and have just some mediocre average life. The idea is to go out there, make something of it, and get better along the way. You did not wake up to be mediocre. Keep trying. Good luck.